My son collapsed with a 104-degree fever. My wife refused to leave her party. The call came just after midnight. The babysitter's voice cracked through the line, shaking, rushed, almost incoherent. "Something's wrong. He's burning up." By the time I reached the house, my son was collapsed on the couch. His skin was slick, his hair matted to his forehead. A thermometer blinked red, 104. His small chest heaved as if each breath was a battle. I called her first, out of instinct, out of the old reflex of marriage. Her laughter spilled through the receiver before her words did. Music pulsed in the background, glasses clinking. "He's manipulating us for attention," she said. I could hear her friends around her, feeding her amusement, raising their eyebrows at her performance. "Let him sweat it out," she said it like a joke, a line rehearsed for approval. I didn't argue. I hung up. My hand trembled only once, when I dialed the ambulance. Then again, when I called my lawyer. And then, I waited. I let the silence of the night wrap around me, the sirens drawing closer. I knew something had ended, even before the doctors confirmed he was stable. Something between us had died, and I intended to bury it myself. The hospital smelled of disinfectant and dread. Machines beeped, monitors blinked, nurses moved like shadows. My son's skin cooled under the IV drip, his breaths evened. He would live. But me? I was done pretending. When she finally appeared, mascara smudged and heels clicking too loudly, she didn't look at him first. She looked at me, searching for signs of weakness. "You overreacted," she said flatly, dropping her purse onto the chair. "You always do." Her tone was rehearsed too, detached, almost professional in its dismissal. I studied her carefully, the gloss of her lips, the faint smell of cologne that wasn't mine clinging to her dress. I knew then that this wasn't about fever or neglect. This wasn't about motherhood or love or even cruelty. This was about loyalty. And hers had been gone long before tonight. A single phrase carved itself into my mind, quiet and unshakable. "She's not who she says she is." I didn't confront her, not yet. Silence is sharper than accusation. So I sat by my son's bed, holding his hand, while she checked her phone every few minutes. Each time the screen lit up, I caught a flicker in her eyes. Anticipation, fear, addiction. I'd seen that look before, in addicts, in liars, in people who lived double lives. I didn't need to guess. I needed proof. Proof came slowly, like poison dripping into a glass. Phone records. I didn't need her password. I already knew the patterns. Calls made late, deleted early. Numbers saved under innocuous names. Work, dentist, Jenna. Receipts, too. Hotels, restaurants I'd never been invited to. Wine bottles too expensive to justify as business dinners. I didn't rage. I didn't confront. I let her keep playing her role, unaware the stage was collapsing beneath her feet. Instead, I began documenting. Every call log, every charge, every time she worked late while I put our son to bed. I ordered a DNA kit in silence, a simple swab. Just curiosity, I told myself. But curiosity has teeth. The wait was excruciating. Each night I stared at her, memorizing her tells. The way she angled her phone away, the sudden laughter at midnight texts. The way she looked guilty only when she thought no one was watching. She still kissed our son's forehead before bed, a performance for me more than for him. And I played along, expressionless, the audience she didn't deserve. Every lie she thought she'd buried was resurfacing. She just hadn't realized it yet. The envelope arrived a week later, ordinary, almost disappointing in its simplicity, white, thin, anonymous. I opened it in the kitchen while she showered upstairs. My hands were steady, too steady. The paper inside confirmed everything. Numbers, percentages, a certainty written in sterile ink. My son was mine. But she had tried to make me doubt. tried to make me believe his cries were manipulation, his fever an act. She hadn't just betrayed me, she had betrayed him. When she came downstairs, wrapped in silk, humming to herself, I laid the envelope on the counter between us. "What's this?" she asked, her voice casual. Too casual. I said nothing, just slid the paper closer. Her eyes scanned it once, twice. Color drained from her face, then flooded back in blotches. How could you?" she stammered. I let silence answer. My calmness broke her faster than anger ever could. She tried to laugh it off at first. "You're paranoid, controlling, you've always been like this." But her voice cracked, betraying her. She knew the game was over. I didn't shout, I didn't accuse. I simply reached into my pocket and slid the second document across the counter. My lawyer's prepared petition. Custody. Divorce. Full control. Her hands shook as she read, her breath quickened, her mask crumbled. "You can't do this," she whispered, panic finally seeping through. "I'll lose everything." I looked at her then, really looked, and for the first time in years, I felt nothing. "You already did," I said. Her scream followed me as I walked out, echoing down the hall, shrill and desperate. A week earlier, it had been my son gasping for breath. Now it was her. The house is quieter now. My son sleeps soundly, fever gone. His chest rises and falls in steady rhythm. I sit by the window at night, listening to the silence. No clinking glasses, no late-night laughter that wasn't mine. Just calm. She calls sometimes. I don't answer. Her messages pile up, apologies wrapped in hysteria. But her words mean nothing now. I saved every document, every receipt, every log. Not for revenge anymore, but as a reminder. The truth is its own weapon. You only need to know when to unsheath it. I look at my son, breathing peacefully in his sleep. He will never know the full weight of what happened. He doesn't need to. As for her, she's already living her punishment. Some prisons don't need bars. And I never raise my voice. I never break my calm. Because the quiet, in the end, is louder than any scream. I didn't destroy her. I just handed her the mirror and let her watch herself burn.